Hey everybody, it's Ash with CC Media here to give you a few highlights from the July 28th Salem City Council meeting. First of all, if you're wondering about city councilors attending neighborhood association meetings, they did stop doing that for a while because they got a letter from the Oregon Government Ethics Commission that basically implied, in some pretty vague language, that if a counselor were to go to one of these meetings and then their conversation were relayed to another counselor by a member of the community, that could be considered a violation of serial meeting laws. Same with talking to the press and everything. Because they don't want to do that, they refrained from going to neighborhood association meetings. They did just get a clarifying letter from the commission that basically said, no, that's not the case. So long as you're not directly telling a community member to go tell someone, another counselor, about the conversation you just had, then you're fine. They did express some frustration with kind of this conflicting information that they've been given, but they should be going back to neighborhood association meetings now. Next up, there is the deep drawdown of Detroit that is scheduled. This is not scheduled by the city. They have no control over this. But what it does mean is our water supply that comes from Detroit is going to be drastically affected by this, because as the water goes down so that fish can pass safely past the turbines, they're going to have increased turbidity, and that is going to basically put too much of a strain on the filtration system in an unsustainable way. The solution that they're proposing right now, aside from we can get some water from Kaiser, there are some other sources that we can deal with, but the biggest one is adding a well to Garrett Island. This is going to cost about $6 million for the well. The total project to basically prepare for this deep drawdown is about $8 million. That is coming from existing funds, so there's not a special need to pull from the general fund or anything like that. However, depending on the long-term impacts of this, it is possible that there's going to be a utility fee increase in the future due to this deep drawdown. The last thing we'll talk about is August 18th. There is going to be a work session on commercial air flight in Salem and what the future is. They didn't go over it too much last night. There was an information report just about Avello leaving, but overall the vast majority of the information is going to be presented on August 18th. So be sure to watch that meeting online if you're interested. That's it from last night's meeting. If you want to hear more about any of these things or anything else that was discussed, go check out the full meeting on our YouTube page. We'll see you next time.